anti-mage's axe at any point of the time will delete an anti-mage solo. Just have to call in blade mail. There's smoke coming in from the side of ROG Titans. But all the ultimates are available for the Radiant, so this is going to be a chaotic fight for sure. And they really have to catch this Invoker or Warlock at the front, and then they'll die. Slack trying to shadow blade his way behind the enemy lines. He sees Pasol, ignores him, wants the Invoker.
Oh, they spotted him.
Oh, there's a call coming in, but no, there's an Orchid on top of him, and there's an RP catches two people in, and they just get destroyed because of this Orchid on the Invoker. And Oracle just ults himself, he does not really survive. There's a 4-man RP coming on top of the Rubik just to disengage, and just tries to go away, but no, the mana ward just cancels the Rubik's RP. Oh, this was like
D5. Yeah, once again, he's proving himself that why is FY is junior or something.
Yeah, like FY, I feel like, you know, he's the best Rubik player in the world, man. He's like the FY god for me. He's amazing. Oh, there's a charge coming in from the Spirit Breaker. He's looking at Clinks.
Yeah, he's charging at the Clinks here. This is the problem I was talking about the early.
Like, you know, TP rotations, two of them coming, and then Axe, this might even call the Spirit Breaker. Fortunately, because Spirit Breaker has like a bulldoze, he'll get to survive. No, there's a diffuser blade coming on top of the Spirit Breaker, and then he just dies to the damage on the Clinks and also the Slack. No, all of this is like space for anti-mage. He already finished, you know, his Battle Fury and SNY at 20 minutes. He's like pretty strong. The reason for like going for SNY is because he doesn't want to get bursted down in the call. He wants more HP, and oh, in the middle lane they're trying to get the T1 tower. Clinks is coming in, just trying to hit the tower. He's one of the best tower taker in the game, the Clinks. Axe is there to call, but they're not even going to contest.
He even finished with Desolator now. It's coming in the Korea.
Oh, he has so much damage at this point. Like his raw damage, like with the death pact, is almost 250. So if you hit this Warlock, he's like 4 hits, 5 hits. There's a charge coming it onto the Clinks, but Slack is here with the Shadow Blade. He goes for the Diffusal Blade, catches him with the bounce, and Warlock tries to slow him. There's no way Warlock is slowing him. Oh, this Axe goes in for the call, and the Blade Man on top of this anti-mage, he walks away from the Tornado. So that was a beautiful play coming in from the Axe, but he has no mana anymore. And people salvage the Axe, the anti-mage. They really want to initiate, but it's kind of disorganized right now. They're all heroes, like both the Slack, the Clinks, and the Axe needs to collapse on this anti-mage to even stop him because of the kind of harm he has. But it's always 2 heroes that are only there. It's not 3.
Tamil Nadu is Blink Dagger instead completing the guarding race.
Yeah, now he's trying to initiate because like they have anti-mage who's strong enough to start fighting now. So now they can take the fight, so he just goes for the Blink Dagger. They're charging the Slark on the top lane. Anti-mage is there in the trees. I don't think this Slark is going to survive. Axe might come in with a crazy call, but oh, there's a Blink call coming in from Axe, but he only catches this RP from the Axe. He only catches out the Axe, and Axe is dead. There's a ultimate trying to come from the Spirit Breaker, but no, he survives as well. Oh, Rubik is here, and he's just going to die.
Can he survive? Yeah.
Oh, he just goes out. There's a Warlock coming on top of the Clinks. He's basically earned and then also skewered in with the cold snap on top of him. He's not going to survive. There's a charging coming on top of the Oracle, and this Oracle doesn't like get to use any of his spells, dies without using the False Promise.
There's a beautiful evening, but he doesn't have any more mana to purge that out with his Dark Pact.
His anti-mage is really trying to hit somebody right now, and he's just trying to blink away. Slark is there trying to farm the Golem as well. Oh, Invoker is again on his Ghost Walk. Like, this guy is relentless. He wants to get more people. He just goes to the secret shop and buys his own point booster. He's ready to get that Cataclysm so that when the RP hits the next time, you know, he wants to have that Catac online.
Yeah, he's slowly going for the Exile build once again here. He wants to deal a lot of more damage if they have a RP, like with the help of the Cat as well.
Yeah, he's like, you know, very high level. I think like he's completed all of his points in Vex. Now the only solution is just to go Exort and try to use all of your spells to the maximum potential. ROG Titans, I feel like he's trying to go for one more time And if they fail this time, it'll be a bit hard for them.
Slug is coming bottom. Actually knows that Slug is gonna come and farm for this one.
Invoker is in the trees. Would they really find him, or they just go for the T2 push?
Oh, what a pass! Yeah, this he almost spotted this Rubik. I think he spotted this Rubik in Oracle.
Yeah, I don't know if he spotted the Oracle. He might have spotted the Oracle. But he's definitely not going to run into these heroes, and he might as well just go back and try to take out the next creep wave. But they cannot really fight and stop the T2 right now. But RP is coming back in like 15 seconds, man, and they might even try to just jump in and contest it.
I mean, this seems like a puppy pass now. Like, I can just TP bottom and try to look for kills here.
And they're trying to trade at this point. They don't really are not interested in fighting now. Clinks with this Desolator will eat through this tower. If they basically fort it and Invoker takes out the next wave, they don't. That's what they're doing. No, Invoker basically tornadoes the next wave and tries to stop the push. Rubik coming in with the blink.
Rubik had a blink.
That's a TP Ghost Rock coming in from the Invoker. Nobody's gonna catch him there.
Oh, at the mid.
Anti-mage completed.
First soul. He almost died this. They couldn't manage to kill him.
Yeah, they have like a lot of damage in between them, but they don't have like huge AoE. That's like their biggest problem. Invoker is again here. There is no way they're defending this T2 at this point. They just let it go. If Axe walks into the Ghost Walk range and this might be a charge coming in, they decide not to. In fact, they're trying to counter initiate both the Slark and the Clinks. There's a blink telekinesis coming on top of the Invoker, and he's tornadoes both the people. He has a diffusal blade. Oh no!
Tornado.
Yeah, on top of that, he definitely blasts them away, and they have to run, I think. Magnus will skewer him inside. Oh, but the charge cancels the skewer, and the RP just puts him away. The golem is dropped on top of it. There's a false promise, so he might just run out of this. Anti-mage is not in the fight, so they can quite comfortably disengage. Oh, this axe that comes in with the blink on the anti-mage. Oh, there's a diffuser coming in from the Slark. This tornado. Does it catch the Invoker? No. Oh, Axe goes for the blind blink call, but he just misses it by a little bit. I think now is the time for the ROG Titans to fight, man. There is no RP, there is no golem. If they go for a smoke and catch a couple of people, it's over. On the middle, they blink onto the Clinks, but the telekinesis is being picked up. The anti-mage is being picked up. He just pops off his counter spell and blinks away. If Slack was there to fight, they would have initiated on them, but because Slack was farming top, they did not really want to take this fight.
Can you have a silver edge here, Slark?
Yeah, Slack, the Silver Edge works quite a bit well versus the anti-mage, so... But right now, in the network charts, like this Slark is 5k behind this anti-mage. Anti-mage is like way far ahead. Now they're trying to kill this anti-mage, but he blinks into the trees and goes away. This is because, he saw the Slark shadow bleeding in front of the creeps, so...
I mean, wouldn't it be still fine, like, anti-mage loses all of his mana? Most probably useless in the fights, right?
So maybe in such a way the diffusal might be helpful, but once anti-mage comes in and blinks his blinks on top of the Slark and pops his Manta, Slark's mana is going to burn a lot faster than anti-mage's. So Slark is not going to have any mana. A nice split push coming in from the Invoker. He's making sure he's staying close to their T3, putting a little bit of damage on top of it, and since it does not reach him. In the middle lane, there's a blink coming on top of... there's a blink call, Axe misses, but the RP comes on two people, and anti-mage comes in and tries to hit two people, and then Axe is trying to run, but there is no way. Spirit Breaker just halts him down. Warlock is being silenced right now, and he's not going to survive. Skewer him and then take him out. Anti-mage has a double kill. He sees the Rubik. I don't think this Rubik is going to survive. He tries to shockwave in for the few creeps, but that is it. This Rubik is going to die. And there's a Bastion coming on top of the anti-mage, so he's pretty farmed now. just takes everybody away.
What a player this anime is also.
Yeah, the anti-mage has been farming all game, and their team was able to, not feed. Now they're going directly for the T3 towers. They don't really have anything saving it. Slark is down for 30 seconds, and I feel, this is a lost Rax. This Rax can't be saved. Kings on the other hand is like trying to split push.
He just tipped that Slark for the second time, even after the fight is over, dude.
He's still scary tipping the other team's carry. It's a scary DM. Anti-Mage TP'd himself back to base because he just like wants to make sure he addresses the other split push that is happening because of the clinks. Roshan is like free for this team randoms now. They can take it whenever they want, I feel. Slark trying to go into the Shadow Blade, but he's under the vision of, oh, this time the amount of damage that's going to be thrown out by the randoms, I don't think ROG Titans will even sustain any of it. They're just going to melt at this point. Whoever is in RP will die unless Slark gets it off with Dark Pact. ROG Titans, they're trying to make stuff happen. Two heroes in the invis, they're trying to go and gang somebody, but everybody is together on the side of team randoms. The pro kid is just like warding everywhere and everybody is under vision. They know that there are two invis heroes.
This finished up his MKB here.
They'll start coming onto the clinks and also the Nether Strike. Warlock tries to commit the golem, but he decides not to. Force the stabs his way away. Tornado comes in and picks up the Slark. He might actually just try to dive in for the Warlock. But no, he just goes for the golem. But ultimate, the Slark is on his ultimate, but he doesn't really try to hit anybody because of the deafening blast. Axe comes in with a call on top of two heroes, but the RP comes in. He calls two people, and there's a cataclysm coming on top of everybody, and the false promise is there. He tries to save the Slark, but I don't think the Slark is going to survive. Invoke just goes down though. This Clinks is hitting for so hard, and he also takes out Spirit Breaker. And Blink, Axe is going for the Blink call. Do you think this guy's, no, all of them are fatal bonds? More damage taken by the Axe is basically Clinks is going to die. Yes, Clinks dies to the damage taken because of the fatal bonds. This anti-mage is like extremely strong right now.
That's why he finished up his Abyssal Blade as well.
I think it's the Abyssal Blade. And if he's not going to die in the call, there is nothing controlling him, man. He is definitely going to turn around and kill everybody. Our anti-mage who's like this farm almost twice as much as the opposite mid with an Aegis. This is going to be extremely hard for ROG Titans to come back from this. Rubik stole the bulldoze, but that doesn't really do much for him other than just like saving himself for a little while. But if Rubik comes up with one of the golem steals or the kata steals or the RP and tries to hit it with two people, otherwise I don't see a chance for ROG Titans. What do you think, Berlin? How is there any scope for randoms to come, ROG Titans to come back into it?
Maybe after the Rubik's Blink Dagger. I mean, he's been quite a lot of having a good steals. If he tries to, if he managed to steal this RP once again, meanwhile the mid, Umanda dodge out of this call.
There's a mana void, but Slark survives. He's not really scared of anything. Anxiety. This is the point where they might actually throw. They go on the Spirit Breaker, and the Spirit Breaker has access. Axe goes and calls the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is trying to hit it, but no, he's going to survive because of the Guardian Greaves coming out from the Magnets. Clinks, there's a dust drop on top of him, and there's a on, and then also Chaos Meteor doesn't really die. In the middle lane, Slark has been heaven salved up. There's an RP coming on top of two people, and the Cataclysm comes and hits both of them. Rubik steals the RP and hits on top of the two people, and the Axe comes and calls them. So Anti-Mage is also like, he's going to probably die once. And he just spawned back. He's trying to go for the Clinks. If he abyssals the Clinks, and Clinks also dies. He just cures away, but that was like a good. No, Axe goes in for another call, but a tornado happening there. If he drops like an ice wall, this hand Axe is not running anywhere, and Axe doesn't really. He has a buyback. He might even buyback. There's an Orchid coming on top of the Rubik. There's a cold snap and an earn combo, but they see like 3 buybacks.
Triple core buyback.
Disengage.
They're so triggered now, ROG Titans. So triple core buyback coming from this fight.
If it was any other way, randoms would have taken the racks, and they did not really want to lose another racks at this point. So this went for the triple buybacks. I feel like they now know that they can burst down this anti-mage no matter how much farm he has, right? Like within the black axe blink call, and this clink's finished an MKB. Oh, there's a blink, and there's a blink, and then there's a call coming in from the axe. The bait will pop in. This anti-mage is going to go down. I feel counterspell, it doesn't really survive 99 seconds without an anti-mage. He's become too cocky. This anti-mage tries to go for it, but there's a skewer coming on top of the warlock. The warlock is not going to survive as well. He's just gonna get mauled into death by the slug. He's still using off-field. This anti-mage grew way too overconfident and tried to blink into the T3, and this is point where ROG Titans can capitalize it and can try to come back into the game, because no matter how much you farm, you just die to a calls from the axe. This blade mail. Overall, and now do you think ROG Titans have more scope to come into this game?
I mean, once again, it's all in the hands of this Axe and Rubik, I guess. Like Rubik has been stealing a lot of RPs once over and he almost finished his blink dagger now. Oh, Axe.
Oh, they see Invoker TPing in, and it's already an diffusal blade on top of him. Catches him with the pounce, Culling Blade on top of him. Notice the guardian keeps coming in from him, and then the charge coming in from the Spirit Breaker. He tries and comes and gets the slag, but he doesn't really for it. Axe misses a call. Ultimate is popped by the slag. He tries to go for the Axe instead. False Promise comes on top of him. This Spirit Breaker is not going to survive, but there's a Heaven's Halberd coming on top of him, so he's going to survive. There's an RP coming on top of two people with the Cataclysm coming into everybody. Rubik has an RP. Is he really going to RP? He RPs the Magnus in. He tries to run away, but there is no way this Rubik is surviving, because he's also been cold snapped as well as Earn and silenced by his Invoker. Axe just blinks away.
Dude, this guy is like, he didn't have a blink dagger, but he's still like doing a lot of good RPs in this Rubik too.
Yeah, he was doing a great job. Like if he just like if everybody tried to disengage there, they would have tried to survive. But now they use the golem, they use the RP, and they only got one kill. If they go high ground right now to another axe call, this guy might like surely die, another anti-mage death. And he doesn't really have a buyback, so I don't really know if Ganesha is going to blink again back into the game. They're waiting for the Slack as well as clings to come, so that they go for the call. Oh no, actually tries to blink in, but no, Ganesha blinks out of it and then goes to an Abyssals and then kills one person. He goes to low HP, but Oracle goes for an instant buyback. Oh, that was a good blink from Anti-Mage. He takes out the Oracle. He knows he's the one who's saving everybody, so why not? I just take you down.
But it's about the timing. Like as soon as he used a blink call, he jumps onto the Oracle. I think it was just a fluke.
Yeah, I think that was like a preemptive blink as well from the Anti-Mage going for the Oracle. I mean, it's very hard to react in the time when you see that Axe is calling you and then blink onto a target and Abyssalem, right? So I feel this Anti-Mage made a right choice. Axe was like half second late. If this Axe managed to call him, then this Anti-Mage would have died. Axe trying to go for another call. He sees Spirit Breaker, and there's a call coming on top of the Spirit Breaker. Fortune Sin coming off him, and Klings just basically eliminates him. There's no RP. On the back line, he just blinks and takes out the Rubik, this Anti-Mage.
RP in 5 seconds though.
Oh, they go for a Warlock kill. A Warlock doesn't really have any HP, so he dies. Axe goes in and he goes and calls the Magnus. EMP is placed and he doesn't really want to go back into it. This ice wall coming on top of everybody, and Axe just dies to it. RP is now back. If he catches anybody, I think Kata is also back, so that would be like devastating if they kill any of the core. Axe is down for like 100 seconds, and this Anti-Mage knows like it's a go time, because without Axe, there is no way for them to kill him. They don't have enough control. Repair Kit coming on side of ROG Titans. They want to stop this push as much as they can, but I don't really see how they can defend this Rax now. They might want to go in on this anti-mage, but there's an RP waiting to happen. He might even go for the RP as soon as like this done. But the MKB then doing too much damage to this anti-mage. He's getting earned back in and he tries to go back in, but this range creep might die in the next time they go high ground.
Oh,
Abyss is on top of the slag, but no, he gets caught. Is he going to go for RP? No, he's not. There's a skewer on top of the Rubik. Oh, he could have skewered them a lot back, but no, that was a little bit of a minor misplay from this Rubik. He skewers them a little bit, but there's no way for him to escape from there. They again go for this anti-mage, but he has like too tanky with this Cardi right now. They have 2 axes now. Without this axe, I think they don't really have a way of stopping this
I
anti-mage.
still don't have buyback.
18 more seconds, and I think that is definitely a third Rax. Slack he cannot really wait, he has to go in, but RP might come in at any point. Shadow Dance committed by this Slack, and there are 2 cores on side of each other. Will this Magnus go for the RP? No, he decides no, they're not close enough, so he blinks back. Upheaval on top of the middle of everybody, so the mega creeps on tide of ROG Titans. It is a little bit hard for them to come back now. Klinks is being charged, but he's also gotten like Abyssal Blade. He has no mana on top of him. He's just being right-clicked to death by this Archmage. He has no buyback for 107 seconds, and that is like half of ROG Titans damage is taken out. So this was like a double problem now. They did not have the control. Now the GG is called by this Lark. Oh, and this random Steve just manages to go to the finals of the lower brackets. Just eliminate this ROG Titans in the best of 3, and they progress and fight the stand in the lower bracket finals.
Yeah.
Whom do you think is like the MVP
really
of this whole series, Berlin?
I think I would vote for the Magnus here. He did a lot of good skewers and RP as well with the help of the